William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.
On the Trilby Tour tonight, Zen and the art of caddying. All together now, The Trilby Tour rolls into Manchester and wonderful Worsley Park. We never know what we're going to get at Worsley, bad play or good play. But we know one thing, we're not going home till we have a champion of Lancashire. In the show this week, as we're in the home of New Order, we'll join the Brotherhood to check their technique in regulation play. Then we get ready for the movement of the qualifiers in our four-man three-hole playoff. And finally, we'll see who are the lowlife in Rogues Gallery. Waiting for the siren's call on the first tee is Anna Whiteley. But now, let's get the world in motion with Rob Lee.
Thanks, Matt. Yes, we're in Manchester. We're at Worsley Park, golf course of over 6,500 yards, designed by European Golf Design. Very heavy rain for the previous 4 days, but pretty good today, and the greens have stood up very well. Let's get down to the first tee. Anna Whiteley has got the Reverend Andrew Whittle.
Okay, Andy, this is your second time here at Worsley Park. I believe it didn't go too well last time, did it?
I made a silly prediction of 39 points. I told William I had the big fella on my side, and it just didn't work out. I think I was reminded of a scripture when I went back saying pride comes before a fall, and it certainly did that day. So no silly prophecies this time.
Because you are a reverend.
I am.
So have you been looking to greater forces for a bit of luck today?
I absolutely need it. My game's shocking at the minute. So if I don't get the hand of God, I'm in serious trouble.
So is there any way you can look in the great book for some inspiration today?
Well, funny enough, Anna, it says in the book of Jimenez, chapter 1, verse 7, keep it straight and keep it short.
Does it now? Well, how appropriate. Perfect.
So I'll be looking to it.
I think Anna's looking for absolution for something there. Whittle. Oh, it's a good full tilt and swing. I remember his golf game from last year. Little cut on this one. Oh, nice little bounce. That'll be all right. He was a little suspect at one point. He'll take that little ground draw.
Here with me now are two very familiar faces here on the Trilby Tour. It's the Pheasant brothers, Ashley and Aaron. Ashley, you are head of golf at the KP Club, which is a former Trilby venue. Tell us what's it like hosting one of these events?
It's a great event to be part of, and different now to be playing in it after staging it for 3 years.
Yeah.
Played in it last year here and disappointed, so hopefully this year we can come back and do a bit better.
Fancy your chances today?
Hopeful.
Okay, well, on the bag is brother Aaron. Yep. Aaron, you're head of golf at Hull Golf Club, is that correct? Yeah. And you host the Trilby Twos. What's it like having those guys there?
I love it. It's a little bit different to the singles, you know, involved for singles for 3 years. The twos is good because you get to cry on your partner's shoulder and there's a lot more tension, what have you, but it's good, yeah, love it.
Any top tips for brother here to keep calm?
No real top tips, but being my younger brother, I can kind of give him a whack if things aren't going so good. We can fall out and make up afterwards.
That's what brothers do. Pheasant, first tee. Oh, that's got a bit of power in it as well, and a bit of turn. Hanging down the left-hand side a little bit. No, it's perfect. Very soft, Worsley, so a lot of pitching and plugging.
Now, Jimmy, you're a bit of a notorious character here on the Trilby, and I hear you're a victim of the Gribbons curse. Tell me about that.
Well, it came from not making 20 points. So anything under 20, it came into the Gribbons curse. But last year, I broke it.
With what?
30 points. So I not only broke it, I smashed it.
So previous to last year, you had never gone over 20 points.
No,
That's a little bit pathetic, Jimmy, I'm just going to tell you now.
It is, seriously. I did it many times, but last year I did the ultimate by breaking it, so I'm quite happy and chuffed at that.
Well, you've absolutely raised the bar, so how are we going to raise it again this year?
Well, I'm going to be doing 36, I hope.
Oh, he's got his prediction on his ball. Let's see that again.
Yes. 36. There we go.
Doesn't mean bingo call on a Friday evening, does the Gribbon? Now, get off to a good start. That's the key thing. Dodgy. Oh, no, that's not a good start, is it? Curse has started already.
Well, I'm joined by Simon Deacon, who's already qualified into the final. Tell us what happened last week.
Last week we made the final four. Unfortunately, I lost a bit of confidence in the final four and didn't do very well. Finished last out the four players. So we're back here this week to try and claim victory this week.
Well, you must be feeling pretty confident after last week. Do you think you can do that this week?
That's why we're here today. Yeah.
Okay. One mission in mind, to make it into that playoff. I wish you the best of luck. Get on that first tee.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Powerful, narrow focus for Deakin. Now this is not down the right-hand side. T'other. Oh, a bit of cart path action. It's actually going to go 400 yards, that. It's all right, though. He's off. Onto the golf course, and let's get to the 9th hole, par 3, 180 yards. Only 7 points so far for the Rev. He's found the dance floor this time. Let's just ease up, because, oh, it's all right. Stayed on. Now, can Pheasant pluck something out of the ether here? He certainly can. That's very makeable from there. Yeah, it's very pleasant for Pheasant. James Gribbon at the 14th. Just the 14 points so far. I think last year the curse just had a year off. It's back with a bang. It's a fairly lengthy putt as well. Right across that slope. Not too much breeze, so it's a good day for scoring. Simon Deacon from Frilford Heath. Level par. Level 2 points as it is in Stapleford. And a beautiful tee shot. Look at that. Quality. Reverend trying to finish off the front nine in style. Close. Very close. Gribbon's birdie putt on the 14th. 14 points. That's 1 point a hole. And it might be 1 point in this hole as well. Keep the run going, that's the idea. Deacon's birdie after a terrific tee shot. 15 points beckons. Oh no, oh no. Bit of a nervy one. Par for Whittle at the 9th is good. 20 points in the end for Andy Whittle. You'll not be surprised to know that the Reverend did not qualify. Pheasant's 4th. Go on. Oh, very close indeed. Ashley, 29 points playing off a 5. DNQ. Back to the KP for them. Gribbon's par putt at 14. This is 8 feet and in the middle. 25 points for the curse. That's sort of mid-curse, really. Neither broken nor retained. Let's pick up Simon Shaw at the 8th. Plays at Brandon Wood Golf Club in Coventry. And this is a wood. Having a proper swipe at this. The greens are magnificent considering the rain they've had. The course is very soft, but the greens are perfect. Let's get down to Anna.
Simon Shaw, this is your second Trilby Tour experience. What happened last year? Tell us.
It started well. I hit a good tee shot and then managed to blob the first 4 holes, I think. And then, yeah, after that it was okay, but it's a good experience. I enjoyed it, but hoping to do better this year.
The Trilby does have that effect on people. It just tears your game apart. So, plans for this year, what are we going to improve on?
Scoring, I think, is the obvious one. Maybe shouldn't have wore white trousers, certainly for the opening tee shot. But yeah, hopefully, trying to qualify. That's the name of the game. Have a bit of fun.
Absolutely. So we must be predicting high 30s?
No, 30 plus would be nice.
30 plus.
But I might eat my words later. You never know.
Well, here is that birdie putt at the 8th. Already going well with 15 points in the first 7. It's a long one. 35 feet easily, maybe even 40 feet. Oh, he's made that. What a bonus that is. Walk got a bit jaunty all of a sudden, didn't it? Rosenbrook, Hull Golf Club. He actually lives on Hull Golf Club. One handicapper. This should be good. Oh, it is good. Best of the day. That's a cracker.
So, Ben Rosenbrook, you were champion of Nottingham not too long ago, a couple of years ago. Expectations are pretty high on you. What's it like to be a champion?
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's always good to have that under the belt. I feel like the pressure's off. So, see what happens today.
Now, unfortunately, we haven't seen you do much since that year. Why do you think that is?
Probably just putting too much pressure on myself. But I've eased off this year and taken it a bit easier. So hopefully, let's see how that goes.
Let's see if we can polish this one off at 14 for a tasty 2. Oh, straight in the back drill. 37 points for Ben Rosenbrook, leading in the clubhouse. Smile says it all.
Rob Woodall, this is your first
Hello.
time here at the Trilby.
Cheers.
First tee nerves, talk to me.
20 minutes ago I was fine, but now it's starting to get a bit shaky. As long as that first tee shot goes down the middle, I'll be fine. I'll be happy then.
That is the hardest part. What are you playing off today, and have you seen the course before?
I'm playing off 7. I played it a week ago. Played well, so whether that bodes well for today or not, I've got no idea. I did walk around thinking this can't be good. It's got to go wrong next week, so fingers crossed it'll be a good day.
Well, this is Woodall's birdie putt. Going along okay, so trying to catch up a little bit. This will help a lot. Oh, well done. Well done. Look at that. 37 points for Robert Woodall, joint clubhouse leader. Okay, let's get back to the first tee. Anna's got one of the Trilby Tour stalwart, Rocky Llewellyn.
Thanks, Rob. Paul, surely this is the year for you to get your hands on that world champion title, do you think?
Well, we'll do our best. I think that's all we can ever do. We'll just come here and it's first of the season, bit of a warm up for us. A few more events the rest of the season. We're looking forward to Wales, which is to defend that this year would be great. So we love that place. So we'll see what happens today.
I mean, you're such a familiar face on the Trilby Tour. You've basically won everything other than the World Championship. What is it like to be such a fine figure on the tour here?
It's just, I mean, we've met so many great people along the years, and I think that really stands the test of time. We come here, it's a bit like socialising with all your mates. We get together every sort of once a month now for the season, and I've made some really good friends from it. So, if nothing else, if I hadn't won anything, I'd have made some great friends.
So today, is it just a bit of a practice? Is it this? You're going to qualify through today? What's the plan?
Well, I think we came and practiced on Saturday. We had a good round. Dave's done his usual, and he's mapped everything out for us. We're looking. I think there'll be some big scores today. The sun's come out. It's warm. The greens are holding. They're not really fast how we like them, but we'll see how we go.
Okay, well, you are clearly one to watch. Have a great day. I'm sure it will be a good one, and hopefully we'll see you in that final.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Cheers.
Well, when Rocky says we, it is we. It's him and Dave. Dave is trusty servant. Sancho Panza to Paul's Don Quixote, if you like. And this one, Dave just looked at it admiringly because it's dispatched straight down the middle. That's how to get your Trilby Tour off to a flyer at Worsley Park. Rocky Llewellyn. Will it be the year of the Rocky?
The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to the 2016 William Hunt Trilby Tour Championship of Lancashire here at Worsley Park. Just a chance to say a quick thank you to all the marshals on the Trilby Tour. They give up their time for nothing and they help us make great events each and every time we do one. So many thanks to those, of course. So the current highest scorers are Ben Rosenbrook and Robert Woodall, 37 points. That's what the afternoon players, including Rocky Llewellyn, are shooting at. Here's Rocky at the 14th, par 3. Oh, and that's a little wide. It's a little worrying. 38 points for Simon Shaw, and he's not finished yet. Dave Harding, who plays at Prestwich Golf Club, 9 handicapper. His second at the 11th. And very nearly. Not on that occasion, but the rest of the day was very good. Joint clubhouse lead with 37 points. Looking very good, David Harding. I mean, his score is.
Dave Harding, fresh off the 18th. You've hit a 37. You must be pretty excited about that.
Oh, first time, absolutely delighted. Played really well for me and putted magnificently, so I'm absolutely over the moon.
You sound a little surprised at how well you played.
Yeah, I was a little nervous on the first tee, first time at the Trilby Tour, and I will be back again because I'm loving the experience. It's amazing, loving it.
Let's pick up Shaw again at the 18th. Par putt for 40 points. Oh, not many players get 40 points on the Trilby Tour. What a shame. It's still a very good day, and this will be the clubhouse lead at 39 points, despite the 6 at the last. Yes, that's what it means to him. Simon Shaw, thrilled with that performance.
Okay, Simon Shaw, you've just come off the 18th, and you have hit a quite excellent 39 points. You must be pretty chuffed.
Oh, I'm over the moon, yeah. little bit of luck in there, but yeah, played pretty well, yeah.
So where were your strengths out there, tell us?
Drove the ball really well. Put it in play and putted okay as well, which helps.
Well, you are pretty much guaranteed to be in the playoff now. How does that make you feel?
Oh, I'm over the moon. This is why we come. You know, we want to win is one thing, but firstly qualify for the final and then enjoy it.
So Rocky Llewellyn, a little bit off piste at 14, so quite away from the green here at the par 3. Be a good up and down this. Be a very good up and down. Oh, it's better than that. He's holed it. Told you, Dave. Told you. Oh, get away, Rocky. Get away. Well, of course, we're trying to establish 4 qualifiers for the 3-hole playoff. Let's have a look at them with Anna.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, we're now talking playoff holes. We're looking at holes 1, 14 and 18. And I'm now joined by Adam Moore, Director of Golf here at Worsley Park. Adam, we're on the first. Now, looking behind us, the immediate thing that you see are the terrible trees either side of the fairway.
On the right-hand side, yeah, which, like a magnet, have certainly attracted a few players today. Once avoided, aim to the sort of left-hand side of the fairway. That's not all the trouble out of the way. Bunker to the left-hand side of the green, and quite a difficult hole to find, certainly in regulation. You'll certainly need to hit 2 very strong shots to get it onto the actual green surface, and then definitely 2 putts and get out of here as quickly as you can.
How fast are the greens at the moment?
Pretty good, yeah, really good speed. We've had quite a bit of heavy rain the last few days, but certainly it will be testing the players in terms of perhaps what they're used to. We've been able to get them running probably between about 11 and 12 in the stint meters.
Nice.
So.
Lots to tackle on the first hole then.
Absolutely.
Great. So Adam's second playoff hole, 14 par 3, looks relatively simple, but I'm almost 100% sure it's not. Is that right?
No, very much so. It's the last of our very pretty 4 par 3s here at Worsley Park. Plays about 150 or so yards from where the guys are playing today. A very well guarded bunker to once again a decent size undulating green surface. So finding the greens not necessarily the end of the job. 2 good putts on here. And you would be moving on very quickly.
You've also got plenty of water to work with behind the green.
Indeed, yeah. It certainly comes into play for the more wild shot off the tee, shall we say.
Good stuff, thanks. Okay, so the final playoff hole, it's the 18th par 5. By the time the guys get here, they're going to be pretty exhausted. What are they facing?
Potentially quite a daunting finish for the exact reasons you've just explained. It's not the longest of our par 5s, but playing just over 500 yards today into what is quite a freshening breeze. For some, it'll give a potential birdie opportunity. For others, they'll just be wanting to get onto the green, putt hopefully, and get out of here as quickly as they possibly can. It's a well-guarded green. You'll see sort of 2 or 3 fairly strong breaks running through it. So certainly getting here 2 putts and moving on, they'll be very pleased.
So plenty of hurdles to jump across this playoff.
Indeed.
Thanks very much, Adam. Rob, back to you.
Thanks, Anna. Back out onto the golf course. We're still trying to find who is going to make it through to the playoff. It could be this man, Paul Sleeth from Beadles Lake Golf Club in Leicester. What if he's a football man or a rugby man? 32 points for Deacon at this point. At the 17th, splashing out the bunker in some style, by the way. Nearly canning it. That's a lovely bunker shot. So Simon hopefully will tap that in. Rocky Llewellyn, 35 points. Here in 2 at the par 5 and playing a low scuttler. That was the percentage play. Lacked a few percentage points, I think, on that one. Sleeth's par putt, 28 points at this stage. His total improves. 37 points, currently in a playoff position. Very high standard today at Worsley Park. Par putt for Deacon. He's got chances. That was crucial. 37 points, makes a birdie at the last. So that's in the shake-up as well. They're stacking up on 37. Rocky Llewellyn, birdie putt at 18. Chip wasn't great. Well, this for 38 points, which will get him straight through. And he's another player on 37 points. Into the scramble for 3 places. Rocky Llewellyn. Very high standard of golf. Touche, Rocky, touche. So 100-yard shootout nearest the pin. 6 players, but only 3 spots available. Harding, Woodall, Deacon, Llewellyn, Sleeth, and Rosenbrook. That was the best of them. Dave Harding misses out. He qualifies for the World Championship, as does Robert Woodall and Paul Sleeth. WGC for him. But for the rest, it's happy days. We now have our final 4. Simon Shaw, Simon Deacon, Paul Llewellyn and Ben Rosenbrook. One of those 4 will become the 2016 William Hunt Trilby Tour Champion of Lancashire. Time for Hunt's Hunch.
Great field. What a field. Paul Llewellyn, everybody knows about Paul. Simon Shaw, second time on the Trilby Tour. He is pooping himself, if I can say that. Ben Rosenbrook, champion at Nottinghamshire, great player, 1 handicap. He's on fire. And Simon Deacon, we saw him in the final last week in the playoff. He's back to make it his day. Who am I tipping today? Difficult to tip against Paul Llewellyn. Paul Rocky Llewellyn. He's got the most Trilby Tour League of Champion points. And he's the most successful Trilby Tour, and yet hard to tip against Ben Rosenbrook too, because he's a fantastic golfer. I'm going to go with Ben Rosenbrook.
Controversial from William Hunt. He doesn't fancy Rocky Llewellyn. The knives will be out when we come back after the break.
The perfect gentleman's playground.
Well, it's playoff time and the Championship of Lancashire awaits one of these 4 players. Simon Shaw, Paul Llewellyn, Ben Rosenbrook and Simon Deacon.
First to the tee, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Simon Shaw.
Hi, my name's Simon Shaw from Coventry, 41, play at Brandon Wood, handicap of 8. Drove the ball really well. I put it in play, got a lot of luck, as you do, but you know, you have enough bad luck, so you need some good luck, and I got my fair share today, I think is the right thing to say. But yeah, I played well. 1, yeah, aim down the left. It's a tough hole 1. 14, yeah, I think I bogeyed that as well, but I hit a really good shot. 18, just hit it as hard as you can and hope for the best. This is my hobby. It's what I do for enjoyment, and yeah, winning it would be the highlight of my golfing career.
Tough tee shot the first. You cannot go right. That is Deadsville. Definitely not going right. That's left rough.
Left is best.
Ladies and gentlemen, next on tee, Paul Llewellyn.
Paul Llewellyn, age 44, Redsill Priory, handicap 6. Started off well, we started off birdie. So we was 200 gross after 2, which was a bit of a shock. We're still 200 after 3, and then we had a bit of a bad hole on the par 5. But yeah, we managed, as Dave always does, he always steadies his back up. So, as everybody keeps saying, you know, you haven't won the big one yet. You know, we're consistent. We were consistent in the final last year. We've learned from the final last year a lot. And we know that will never happen again. So, you know, we'll move on.
Oh, here's Rocky. Normally pretty steady from the tee. This looks better.
Third on tee, Ben Rosenbrook.
Ben Rosenbrook, 26, 1 handicap, and Hull Golf Club. I had a really good day. To be fair, I didn't think it was going to happen today, and it just sort of later on in the round, I had a couple of birdies, so that just helped me out and pushed me through. I've been there before, so I'd like to think that, yeah, I've got a good chance, but obviously there's some guys in there also that have been there before and done that, so, bring it on.
Anywhere but right. It's ABR. Well, that's a hit. There's a big draw shape on this one. Very popular spot.
Simon Deakin.
Hi, my name's Simon Deakin. I'm 40 years old. My golf club's Fulford Heath. My handicap's 13. I've been practicing a lot, and I think last year on the Trilby Tour, when it was first year, I was a lot more nervous. This year, you're getting to the first tee, and I'm not as nervous as a lot of people that are making the debuts, and it does help, I think, in the long run. Net par on the first, par on the 14th, and par on the last. I'd plan probably the same as I did today. You know what I mean? Again, 2 big driving holes and a big par 3, so you got to hit the ball good off the tee on the par 4s and par 5s.
So Deakin driver. Everybody's left so far. Oh, this one started left, but it's cutting back. How much, though? How much is it cutting? No, it's all right. Just okay. Not bad at all. But a tough opening hole, the par 4, the first. Everybody getting a stroke down here except for Ben Rosenbrook, so sure. Good-looking swing, wasn't it?
Huh? Yeah, just short. Yeah, it's good. Good.
Yeah, lovely shot. Rosenbrook. He's got enough power from there. Muscle this one on.
Right, I think, innit? Shot.
Good shot, because the fairways are so soft, no bounce at all. Llewellyn. This is left. Back left, though. Chipping back up the green. Not a terrible spot to be in for Rocky Llewellyn. Deakin, who just kept it out the bushes on the right. Last to play. Can he find the green? What a chance for him. Got the Trilby Tourians mic'd up in the playoffs this year, so you'll hear some gems if our producer lets them go. Shaw's chip from, well, short the first. Played it pretty well. Oh, hit the pin as well. Rattle the flag. That helped slow it down. Face of concentration. Rosenbrook, the one handicapper.
Sit.
Played that with quite a bit of spin, check, but it's running away. Peeved. Deakin. Back right of this first hole and 2. Disappointed with that chip.
About 2 more foot.
That was a real opportunity for him. People struggling. Rocky from the back. Chip and run. Speed-wise, pace-wise, it was excellent. There's a bit of turn on that one, though, for his part. Rosenbrook to go first. To remain level. Good try. Very good try. It's a drop shot. So 1 over for Ben. Remember, it's just 3 holes, so he's only got 2 holes left to get it back. Deakin's par putt. Off a lackluster chip. But he got a shot, so a 5 net 4 makes him level after 1. Rocky with a par putt as well. And that one inches away, so also 5 net 4 for Rocky Llewellyn. Surprise, perhaps. Man trying to win his first World Championship. Sure. 4 net 3. Oh, painful. Very painful. So 3 players level par, 1 at +1. That's the one handicap of Ben Rosenbrook as we head to 14.
Well, the Simons did well there. They've dropped a shot each, but they've got the shot, so it brings them back, both Simons. Paul would be very disappointed that he took him 3 to get down from there. Ben did okay. He's dropped a shot there, another shot. So he's got some hard work to do. His technique's really strong, and the thing is, he's got momentum because he came in last. He was the very last group out. He's a fantastic player. But Paul is not going to let this go. Paul wants that top spot in the League of Trilby Tourians. It's going to be a tough fight.
14th hole par 3. No shots here whatsoever. So accuracy is everything. Short.
That's all right. That's all right.
Putting. And he's found the putting surface. Very good. Llewellyn next to go. Now this better be drawing hard. It is drawing. Oh, it's an excellent shot. So 2 on board, 2 to go. Deakin.
Go.
Very close to being excellent, that one. And Rosenbrook over par. Wants to hit back here straight away. Cries of shot. Shot, they said. Shot it was. Nearly slam dunked it. Right at it. So Deakin to go first, chipping. Must improve on the chip he hit the first hole.
Oh,
no. Oh, no. No. Another go.
Sit down.
I think a bit of time around his chipping green back at his golf club would do him a lot of good. Long putt for sure for his birdie 2. This will be pretty tasty if this goes in. Go on. Well, no 2, but a certain par, so very well played par 3 for Simon Short. Remains level. Back to you, Rocky. Chipped in real time from the other side, and this is... Oh, another 2. How about that? 2 in the round and 2 in the playoff. Under par by shot, Rocky Llewellyn. Now the man to catch. Well, that's laid down the gauntlet. The other players, especially Ben Rosenbrook, who's over par, have to do something now. This for the 2.
Oh, now where?
Oh, he had the line, left it a foot short. Remains +1, but now crucially 2 behind Rocky. Look of disappointment. Deakin for his bogey. Too many chips in the 1 hole. Great putt. Very good 4 in the end. +1. Last hole's a par 5. You never know. Give yourself a puncher's chance.
I'm coming unstuck here as we speak. The Simons are in trouble, especially Simon Deakin. He's unravelling, isn't he? We feel for him. Ben's letting me down. And Paul is doing what Paul does. Paul is just trampling on everybody. The strength of mind that he's got, and his caddy Dave, I mean, just the best caddy in the Trilby Tour, if not the golfing business. It's hard for me to not turn teams and go with Paul right now. My best friend Paul.
Pathetic, Hunt. That's absolutely pathetic. Man of stern heart, Hunt. Llewellyn. Now with Williams backing. Oh, cart path. Long way left. Safe. It's par 5 after all. Shaw then with the driver. That's a nice rhythm.
All right.
Down t'other side. Rosenbrook. Eagle. That looked pretty smart here. Lashed it. Now if this finds the fairway. Missed by an inch. Gutted. Deakin with his driver. Nice. Nice swash down there. Go on. Yes, lovely. Perfect drive. Well, Shaw finds a bunker, so his second shot is a layup. Done well. Nice clean contact. Barely moved the sand.
Can't take any more than that.
Deakin having a smash with the wood. Oh, and that's 2 of his best in a row. Go! Go, you beauty! 2 good hits.
Just short.
Rocky Llewellyn trying to play the 18th down the first, so his second for a decent lie. Get it back in play, which he does. Totally blind, couldn't see where that one was finishing. Now Rosenbrook, who's tee shot down the right hand side. It's an iron.
Go.
Not quite middled it. Good striking, very good striking. Front edge, eagle chip coming up. Shaw's third.
Oh, not a time to do that.
Oh no, it's one of those unmentionables, I'm afraid.
Gives another ball. Yeah.
A Tommy Tank.
Okay.
Well, that's lost. So, 5th shot. Good recovery. You get one of those, you can go to pieces. So he's just short in 5. Playing his way out of contention. Llewellyn's third, leading, 1 under. Lucky not to find a bunker with his second. Oh, and he's done the smart thing, middle of the green. Trying to close this one out. Deacon putting from a long way short here. Had to give that a mighty hit. Oh, it's getting better and better. Tremendous putt. Tap in for a birdie. Rosenbrook really does need to chip this in. A very good chip. Very good chip. Undone by the 5 at the first. Rosenbrook. Shaw's 6th. He's made a good job of this as well. Just one bad swing, that's cost him.
Sounds like a Sherman, doesn't it?
So this for the championship, Rocky Llewellyn to finish 2 under. Always on the low side. Cagey one though. I'll post my 1 under and see if anyone can get to it. Rosenbrook can't. The best he can do is finish level. Which he doesn't. So he's gone. And slowly but surely they're whipping their way down to a winner. Deacon's got a stroke here, so a birdie net eagle would have him 1 under par alongside Rocky, which he does. Well, that's amazing.
4 net 3.
Now Llewellyn's got to hold this to force extra time. It's only a foot, which he does. So Llewellyn and Deacon go back down the 18th. Well, no stroke for Deacon. Not in extra time in the playoff. So he and Rocky will be level going down here, and that is a pretty good hit, just missing the fair on the left. Rocky Llewellyn. Yeah, that looks much better. Much better. Oh, fairway splitter. Beauty. Deacon having a crack with a hybrid. It's a very good hit from there. Very good hit. That's a terrific shot. Brilliant. So 2 net 2 played and Rocky Llewellyn second. And launches it into the middle of the green. That's some shot. Putting again, Deacon from way short. Worked well the last time. We've seen the chipping, to be honest, so much better off with this. And you see, it wouldn't have been a bad chip to there. So eagle putt for Rocky Llewellyn for the championship. The top man in Lancashire, if he can pop this in. Left to right, going towards the hole. Stone dead. Stone dead. The equation is simple now. This has to go in. Good try. Plenty of speed. So this for the par, and if this doesn't go in, it's Rocky's. Deacon, lips out the left-hand side. Valiant try. But now we know the champion of Lancashire.
Yeah, 6 now. Had to go for it now.
Did the right thing, he did have to go for it. Rocky, 2 putts to win. This will go in for another birdie. Yes, and he wins his first Trilby Tour of the year. 1 played, 1 win. There's Dave, it's a warm man hug. Both men thrilled with that performance. Will it be the year of the Rocky? What a start. Champione.
We're halfway through the 9 regional championships of 2016, after which we hit the World Championship final at Forest of Arden. Then we still have the all-new Trilby Teens, plus the Trilby Twos Pairs competition from Hull before we finish the year with our Rogues Gallery special. So now let's hear from the new champion of Lancashire. It's that man again, Paul Rocky Llewellyn.
We plan to come here to qualify today, and then we've got a 3-month plan for Forest of Arden, because we're not going down with that fight. You know, we lost in the final last year and it hurt. It hurt me, it hurt him. You know, he's 74. He don't want to be carrying my bag around. He's heavy. But he's told me that he's not willing to quit until we win it. So, he's a taskmaster, and there's a lot of pride, and we want to make sure we topple it, because everybody's saying, oh yeah, you can win a regional. You know what? You ain't won nothing until you win the big one. So, yeah, that's what we're here for.
Ismail Murray proved very popular on the first tee at his first Trilby event, so we're delighted to make him shot of the day for this pinpoint approach to the 16th. Now let's put some rogues in the gallery, and first up, Rocky may have won the day, but as this blip on 16 proves, he didn't have a perfect round. Being general manager here at Worsley Park, Derek Harvey knows the course well, but that doesn't make his bunker play any better, does it? Or his chipping, for that matter. Alan Horton, on 15. Bunker. Classic.
Way back on the first, Dave Evans fools everyone into thinking his shot hadn't just gone 3 inches. But of course, it had. Hadn't it, David?
Former champion of Lancashire Andy Brown sends his tee shot on 11 way off right behind the big tree and over the cart path. But don't worry, he'll save the day by dinking his ball back just a few feet to the other side of the path.
And this is Chris Bates on the first, taking it just 1 hump at a time.
Tony Camillieri's house is just off the course at Worsley, so he's not got far to walk home, if he sets off now. But before he goes, he's just got time to give us a shot for when rogues go right, with this massive fluke on the 16th. Jammy Camilleri, molto fortunato. Trilby regular Sean Lucy was heard complaining that he's never featured in the programme. Well, we're happy to sort that one out for you, big man.
As has now become traditional at Worsley Park, let's have a roundup of how not to play the 7th. This is John Best demonstrating the long shot into the woods. Graham Pride shows us the medium shot into the lake. Whereas Craig Mitchell has mastered the short shot into the lake. And here, exemplified by Stuart Davenport, is the one that makes it to the stream. Before Peter Middleton does the right thing and hammers his ball way past the 7th altogether and straight onto the 8th tee.
And we finish on the 8th with Peter Rowley and this wide, wild and caddy confusing hack. Let's catch up with a chastened William.
How dare you go against Paul Llewellyn? I mean, I wanted another winner because Paul is a winning machine. He is a machine. Him and Dave, what a partnership. Great guys. Paul Llewellyn would run his granny over to win this tournament on a golf course. The nicest man you could meet off it, but a killer on it. And anyone that bets against Paul Llewellyn win on these tournaments is out of their mind.
Next week, we return to the Trixie course at Bredsall Priory so we can crown the champion of Derbyshire. In the meantime, please check out www.trilbytour.com to find out more about how to get involved in the tour in 2017. Or go to the Sky Sports website to see an extended edit of this week's Rogues Gallery. We'll see you next week.
Trilby Tour destroyed you today, didn't it?
They did. The course and the tour area.
Well and truly.
Yep.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, well, I'm off to get drunk on Guinness.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.